Hey residents of Meepletown, today we're looking at legend number 4 in the Legend of Andor series called Liberation of Rietburg, where we are going to be trying to clear the castle of all these monsters before the dragon comes and gets us. We need to also complete 4 objectives. Let's get to the table, check out Liberation of Rietburg. Alright, here is the setup for Liberation of Rietburg, and we are all down at this location, location number 6 right here at the gate, and we are trying to complete 4 of these tasks before the dragon comes through this narrator deck. And the way we do that is we're going to have to clear these encounter cards to get to the bottom of this.
And this time, Meepletown, we're playing together.
We are cooperatively playing. Look at us.
You know what?
Working
we just
together.
did Spirit Island, so we've been playing together.
That's right.
A lot more lately.
That's right.
Just like some kids in a sandbox.
All right, so what you're going to do is play a card on your turn. You're either going to play a card.
First of all, don't you remember us saying that they should be over here for the camera's sake?
Yeah, we'll put them over here.
That was your idea, dude.
You're going to play a card and do one of these different actions on the card. You can either do that, or once you've played your cards out, or you don't have to play all of them out, but once you get to a point where you want to pick your cards back up, you're going to count that as your turn, pick up those cards, and then flip over a card from the narrator deck. Now that's going to add different encounter cards onto the board, and we lose by not having enough cards to draw, not having another card to draw when it's time to draw a narrator card.
Sounds good.
Ready?
Let's do it, man.
All right.
I reckon you're going first.
Yeah, I can go first.
See what this old hourglass is doing over here. In exchange for 2 gold, you may take 1 additional narrator card from the Ooh, I like that card.
You like that one?
But we got to get some gold first.
How about we go ahead and let's get some of these cards flipped over.
Okay.
You want me to do that?
See what's going on?
I'll do that.
Sure.
I'm going to flip over 2 face-down encounter cards, and they have to be the ones that are on top. Oh, another item. Wow.
You know, last game we didn't get that many items,
I know
so that's kind of cool.
know it.
You may turn over 1 task card at any location regardless of its position within the pile.
Oh, that's nice.
It remains in the same position, okay. Wow, we got a couple pretty heavy hitter trolls there, but we get friends, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, getting friend cards adds new cards to your deck, so that's good. We had a pretty good start to this game, I think.
What I think I'm going to do... Man, it's tough because we have some pretty heavy hitters. I actually think I need to get some quivers.
Yeah, you need to get some quivers.
And so I'm going to flip over this last one here. I know this is taking a lot of actions for us to do that. Yes, please.
That's okay.
And I'm going to take a quiver. All right.
All right.
That's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Can I take that person out next time?
Maybe.
I just use the 4 power to be able to do it.
I guess so. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to move to a location.
Maybe not. No, you can take it if you want.
No, I was totally kidding. Let's see. I'm going to move to a location as well. I'm going to move 1 space. And
I didn't move to a location.
Oh, yeah. As well as how we're talking about this in our conversation. I'll move over here, and then I also get a willpower token. Willpower is going to add to your battle number whenever you battle something, which I'm about to take out this troll by myself because I don't even need.
Seriously?
Yeah. Why not?
Right, good. Take her down. Take him down. I don't know what it is.
Back over to you. Back over to Chada's turn.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So, do I want to use my 1 quiver that I've gotten to take that sucker down right now and let's just go ahead and see what's over there.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it because plus we could use gold so that we could go ahead and do
that's
that.
True.
So, I'm gonna move 1 space over her, make it 1 movement, and oh wait, that's the wrong one. Nope, I don't even have that one yet.
John's been playing with a different character.
What am I doing? Okay, you know what? That's fine then. I am still gonna play this and go ahead and get another quiver, and I'll take it out next time. Is that cool?
There we go. Yep.
Okay. Look at that.
So you moved and took a quiver, and you can go ahead and flip those over, John, to show
you
what
get
those
to see them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so John has not played with this character yet. We've only played with, I've played with most characters. You've played with several as well.
Yeah.
But each character plays very differently. And just so you know, John has these quivers that he's picking up, and that adds to his battle attack, which he picked up some really good, some quivers
I was thinking
over
that
there.
it was maybe a lucky thing, but it's not, huh? You don't have to flip it over at battle. You just get
No.
I like that much better.
Yeah, that's good. For me, I have a battle axe, and so when I attack, I get to use that battle axe that is an additional 4 strength, which is really high, but it's a one-time use unless I want to pay 2 coins and then use it again. But once I've used it once, I still get to use it, but it's only 1 battle strength. That being said, I'm going to attack with 4 here. I will use my battle axe, which is going to be a total of 8, and I have a willpower, which gives me 9. That takes out the troll.
How about that?
I don't know if we're gonna have enough space.
We actually will have enough space.
We got enough space over there.
Actually, you can put it up there.
There we go.
See that?
Technically, you're supposed to put those in 3 different columns. We're not going to play through an entire game, so that's okay if that doesn't happen.
You also get a friend.
I get a friend, and this goes into my hand, and I get to use it like a character, and I'll explain what that does. Not my favorite of the friends.
Really?
It's more like Ross, maybe, of all the friends.
Oof.
And then you can also take some free actions.
Don't you relate to Ross the most?
Yeah, I do. All right, you can also act Chandler probably. You can take free actions, and one of those free actions that you can use is to flip over a task card if you've reached the task card. So we flip this over.
What this is.
And the first, select 2 creatures from your trophy gallery, shuffle them, and place them face down.
We only have 1
on this task card. So since we only have 1, we're going to put this face down here. But before I do that, I'll say that what we're trying to do is complete the objective on here. This one says you must remove all the encounter cards from
that
this
was
task card.
Literally perfect for us to get early in the game.
Yeah.
That could have been painful if we had just taken down some serious foe.
That is very true. We would have had to put 2 on there now. And actually, beating trolls is helpful because we're going to gain...
Yeah.
Of course, we might be able to just discard this one. But anyway, that's my turn.
I feel like your character is like a rock and roller whenever you talk about, I got my battle axe, baby. Meow, meow, meow. Kind of looks like a grunge guy, you know? I think that's what he's into. I think he's into grunge. All right, so I'm going to... what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this, which will allow me to pick up a quiver and will allow me to attack with a quiver.
All right.
So let's go ahead and pick this up first and let's see what happens. A 5, fine. It only takes me 4 to take it out, 4 to take it out.
That's pretty fantastic.
And we just did it right there.
And that leaves you enough to be able to attack this troll over here.
It does, because I need a friend.
You need a fiend?
You know why I said that? Because all day yesterday I was singing, I'm just a love machine. And then in that it says, a hug and kiss and fiend. I'm serious.
Of Friends,
That's exactly
you don't
why I
watch
said
Friends,
that.
but that's a song that Bruce Willis sings on Friends.
Oh man.
All right.
That looks scary.
The Black Herald. You must already have completed 3 other tasks, and at least 1 location must have no encounter cards. So
that's not terrible.
No, it's not. And I mentioned that we have to complete 4. Now there's 6 potential ones out here. Yeah. So if that's one that we don't like, it's not one that we'll have to complete necessarily. Yep. This one probably is going to be one that we're going to do. All right, I do have my friend that says I can move any one hero to a location of your choice.
Okay.
And I think what I'm going to do, John, is I'm going to move you up here, and that's going to be helpful for you once you are able to pick up your cards and take your turn. And now it's your turn.
Well, that's my turn.
All right.
So you get to see what this is like, y'all. Pick that up. Take a narrator card. There is flavor text here, but you want me to read? Let's not spoil it.
Yeah, we won't spoil it.
Even though the truth is, I just really don't care to read it, honestly. All right, so we're going to take one of these cards. It's going to go. This will have 2 things on here. So one is going to go face up on 4, which will cover up that one right there, and one's going to go face up on 1, which we just cleared off. Wow, a 12er.
That is another troll that gives us another friend card. We're getting a lot of good, trolls out there, which is a good thing, even though they're really difficult to beat.
So that was my turn.
And that would be John's turn, and I'll go ahead and just pick up my cards. That kind of gives you an idea of how everything plays out. But what would happen is, since I pick up my cards, I flip over the narrator card. I do the same thing that John did. You're going to keep playing through this until you, again, complete 4 of those objectives before the narrator deck runs out, which is kind of a challenge because right now we're not that close. We do have 2 cards flipped over, which is good.
I like the 2 we have flipped over.
That's true, and they're potential ones. And I'll go ahead and point out, so since we're getting into the art and components, oh no, I left this deck somewhere. There is a whole deck of these different task cards that you can put in there, so you never know which ones are going to come out. There's also a deck of narrator cards, and then a large deck of these encounter cards that are going to flip over. So the variability in this one
is pretty high.
It's pretty high with all those cards. So anyway, art and components. What do you think, John?
Okay, so I like the art in this game. Sorry, I wanted to pick up the box here. I think the box is decent, but overall, I like the art. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's singing at me going, whoa, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, but it is nice. It is good. The cards are pretty good quality, you know. I like my linen finish, and they don't have that, but it's okay. Daddy can live with that. These are decently thick, so... What do you think about the cardboard standees? You like it?
Yeah, I think it fits very much in with the rest of Legends of Andor. You got the cardboard standees, which I think are kind of cool because it has the that front, and as well as I'm gonna put it up here.
Put it up there. Let's zoom in on that sucker right there. There we go.
All right, so you got the front, and then you flip it over, and you can see the back side of them.
There you go.
If you've played Legends of Andor, you know that it has the male-female characters. This one doesn't have that. You just have whatever is, whatever the character is, whatever gender they are. That's not a big deal either to me, but I think it's fine. I like the components. I really enjoy the art. Again, it fits in with the rest of the Legends of Andor series. Now let's get on to the gameplay.
Yeah.
Now, John, you have not played the original Legends of Andor.
Have not.
This is more my style of game, cooperative, and this kind of fantasy cooperative genre. The base game of Legends of Andor is one that I like quite a bit. And when I got this, we got a review copy from Thames Kosmos. My concern was, is it going to be more of the same? But this is its own beast completely, right? This is an entirely different game. It doesn't have any of the same feel as the gameplay. However, some of the characters, the Rietburg is in Legends of Andor, the characters that you play with, the villains, all that sort of thing. It kind of brings you back to that whole series. The gameplay itself, I like. I think it's really unique. Now you're basically just going around and battling a bunch of things and picking up items. But it can be kind of stressful in the same way as like I know this game plays nothing like it, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Forbidden Desert in that the stress of like trying to clear those boards. That's what this is like. You're like clearing these villains off of these tasks so that you can complete them, and it can get stressful at times.
Yeah, I do. I really like how you only complete 4 of 6, so you're kind of working that through with your partner, hopefully trying to decide who all is playing with you. Okay, should we really go for that? And we had. Even the last game, we had a lot of discussions, like, is this the one we need to go for? Is that the one we need to go for? And just really trying to figure out what the best course of action was. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I like that part about it. It does feel good whenever you clear these out, whether you complete a task or not, but then it's, you never know. They can get right back on top there.
Yeah.
Which is fine, though, because, especially when we're sitting here playing this, you and I, like the most it could ever have is 2 immediately afterwards with the narrator card. You know, if you pick up and I pick one up, and that would be probably not, the chance of that's not super high. So it feels, I guess what I'm trying to say is I like how it doesn't feel like you're getting super punished. Like you can't clear it out and then go, here's 6 of them. And you're like, dang, I did all that work for nothing. I can get frustrated in games whenever I feel like that, and this one doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, and there is manipulation with that, like with your different characters, and there's 6 different characters we're just playing with Crom and Chada.
Archer from the Watchful Woods. That sounds pleasant.
But each character plays so unique. But with some of them, you can manipulate the cards, like. You might be able to just completely discard a face-down card, which is kind of helpful.
Yeah.
But if it's an item, then you don't want to discard that one.
Or maybe if it's a troll and you want to get some friends.
Yeah, something like that. But some of them let you discard these, some will let you move them around or move to your location, like the friend that I have picked up. So there's a lot of different ways that the games are going to play out, and I like that.
I do too, and I will say that some of the characters are kind of starter characters, and I had much less fun, if that's the right way to say it, with those characters than with some of these other ones that have a little bit more to them. But I like that because this is something I could easily play with my kids, I think.
Yeah.
Especially giving them one of the simpler characters, let them learn the game. I think it's definitely easy enough. What is this weighted at, like 2.5 maybe or something like that?
Probably, I'd say so.
Yeah, I think it's simple enough to where they can, pick it up fairly quickly. I think that my kids will really like this game. I really do. I think because they like Dragonwood, they like a fantasy theme, and I think they would quite enjoy this. So I could see this getting to the table at family game night, and even not just family game night. I mean, if you've got some friends over and y'all like the fantasy theme and you don't want to play something super heavy, then there could be a spot for this.
Yeah. The other thing I like is it is kind of in that simpler weight, not simple, but mid-weight. I like that this plays in that series of Andor, and the story that kind of plays out. So in this game, you're trying to protect the castle from the dragon coming out. Now, it gives you a teaser that in the Legend 5, when that comes out, it is, if I remember right, when the dragon actually does reach the castle, and then what you do in that scenario. So I think that's pretty cool how all that plays out as well. So you can play this in the complete story mode of playing through Legends of Andor, and then those first 2 legends after that. But you want to get into our final thoughts?
Let's get into our final. Do you think that this is interesting, though? Do you feel like they could have done something to make it a little more interesting than? I mean, I guess you got to, if you read the flavor text and stuff, it would be.
I think I
want to see a monster or something. Yeah, I guess I see them on the cards.
There's a monster underneath there.
I want it to feel like you're getting scarier and scarier as the deck progresses somehow. Like you're like, oh no, we won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you read some of the flavor text, it's kind of generic, I'll say. It points out these different locations and it says, some sort of like abstract thing, like something is moving deep in the darkness of the dungeon. What can it be? It's a face down card. And then there's that flavor text that isn't super flavorful. But for me, it doesn't bother me because it's Pandemic doesn't do that. When you're seeding the board, or in most co-ops when you're putting things out, you're just doing that thing as opposed to having some sort of text to it. So
final thoughts. Let's do it, man.
Final thoughts. I like this one. Now I really enjoy Legends of Andor, and I like this series. I just think it's interesting. I love the story that plays out in all of this, and I love that this adds a little bit of story along with that, and you can kind of make up your stories as you go, and I think that's enjoyable. But I also just enjoy that it's a quick, this is a 30 to 40 minute cooperative game, and you are mostly doing things on your own. However, when you get some of these larger trolls or some of these larger monsters that come out, or objectives that say you have to have 20 to defeat that objective, that's a lot, and so you have to work together in this, and I enjoy that. I enjoy the aspect of working together in this one. I've enjoyed all of my plays of this. I'm going to give this one a 7.5, which that's is solid. A game that I'm usually willing to play this game. I'm not going to.
I have it all. I've got it all pulled up. I'm ready to go.
I'm not always going to suggest this game, but I'm usually willing to play it. I think it's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed my plays.
Which is why. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Okay, so, I like this game. I'm not, those who follow us, I'm not the hugest co-op fan out there. I also usually like maybe a little bit more meat on the bone, a little bit more complexity. I will say this. Let's say this about the game. It is lighter, but it doesn't mean it's easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's something I appreciate about the game. Like, so the decisions don't seem super grueling in this game. There's not like a lot of moving pieces. Well, this and that and that and this. And I don't feel like that. Do you feel like that when you're playing the game?
No.
I feel like I have several choices. It's pretty straightforward, and I'm not grueling over things too much. Yeah, so I really think the biggest positive for me in this game is that I think my family's really going to like this one. I think that my 10 and 12-year-old will really like it. My 6-year-old will play with the cardboard standees, and he'll be excited about that. But I really do think that they'll enjoy it. And the cool thing is I like when I find a game that they'll enjoy that I enjoy. I enjoy this game. Mm-hmm. I do. It's a fun game. I mean, I would sit here and play it with you. I don't know if I would say that I'm usually willing to play it, which would be a 7 out of 10 on BGG. But oftentimes, I'd be willing to play it. A 6 is okay, we'll play if in the mood. I'm in the middle there. So I think this is a strong 6.5 out of 10 for me. And I say strong. I think this is a well-designed game. I think a lot of people are really going to like it. Personally, I guess I would like it more if there was more meat on the bone a little bit. But then again, it would go from the territory of family to something else. Right. And so, but this is a fun game that I think I could really get out with them. and I would play with you. Most of the time, I guess. Sometimes I wouldn't complain too much about it because I enjoy it. It's fun.
Well, that's a 7.5 from me, a 6.5 from John. A great addition to this series, I think. So tell people how they can get in touch with us.
All right, so if you're enjoying our channel, we would love for you to subscribe to it. You can go to MeepleTownGames.com and check out all of our stuff. We're also at Meepletown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to Meepletown. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at Meepletown Games, and connect with us on the Meepletown Guild, Guild number 3407, at BoardGameGeek.com, and also subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for coming down to Meepletown.